Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for a brand new season of Alliance War. So I'm just getting all boosted up here. Four Lokis facing ISO8A for war number 1 in season 59. So for this war, I'm going to be bringing in Count Neferia. We're going to be fighting another Serpent on path 9. We're also going to be bringing in this Iron Man synergy that allows Neferia to get some decelerate debuffs. And then we're also going to be bringing in Medusa, which is a little weird. It never brought Medusa to war before. She actually ended up having a synergy with Iron Man, so get a little bit of extra crit rating. So yeah, this is going to be the squad. Count Neferia is going to be handling most of the fights. This is our attacker tactic, which Count Neferia does benefit from. It essentially is just to counter the defensive tactic. That's really it. And the defensive tactic already is not like the biggest deal from my experience and from all the fights that I've done. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. I've done plenty of fights where the defender is the defensive tactic, my attacker has no such tactic, and the fight goes fine. You may lose a little bit of health along the way to some power detonation stuff, but it's negligible. So I'm gonna also throw on a little science power back boost because we're fighting a big scary Serpent. Now, I've fought Serpent here at least 3 times in the past. However, all 3 of those times, I had the Mr. Fantastic pre-fights. So, you know, there's Hazard Shift, Rupture, and Bleed here. But what really makes this fight and this node difficult is the power efficiency that only the defender gets. And, you know, especially that's why they are playing placing champions like Serpent here that have, you know, ridiculous power gain. So we get a little bit of poor RNG right at the start as well, and we just immediately take a bunch of rupture damage, you know, before I'm really getting set up. And then here, you know, I'm getting some of the bleed damage, or not the bleed damage, but when Neferia's immune to bleeds, but when he's triggering that bleed immunity, it will actually decrease his charges. You see our charges were at like 130 there, now they dropped to 98. If you're fighting a Mystic champion, you don't have to worry about that. But Serpent is not a Mystic, so we do have to worry about that. But yeah, you know, I've done this fight plenty of times. You know, I'm not really too worried. I was just... I didn't really want to start the season off with this. You know, it's also, you know, rank 4 Serpent. If my Count Neferia was rank 4, you know, I would never be worried. And I know I would never die. Because I've done it 3 for 3 times with the rank 3. But... like, it starts to get a little sketchy sometimes, for sure. So, you know, if I just had the rank 4, I would feel a lot more comfortable and confident. And I do want to take Count Neferia to rank 4. I've been thinking about it a lot. I almost did at one point. I don't know. He's definitely going to go to rank 4. It's just some other champs, you know, to help me qualify for the brawl that I'm thinking might want to get up first. But yeah, I do love Count Neferia, man. So, you guys have seen this fight, like I said, 3 times already if you watch all the war videos. So you get the general idea here. And the fight's going pretty good at this point. I think things go start to... is it right here? I think it's right here. I'm trying to bait the special. Like 3 freaking times. He doesn't throw it. He catches me dashing back. I'm like, dude, just throw your damn special. Like, what the fudge was that? Why did he take so... like, I had no issues in this fight right up until that point. I don't know why the AI gets like that sometimes. But it's fine. I let him combo me. That's all I needed for the AI to reset and actually start throwing specials again, it seems like. So there we go. Now get back to spamming these special ones. Get some healing. Try to get some of that health back. And, you know, that's why I also just always apply an invulnerability boost on these fights. If something like that happens, or if he gets the special 3, you know, just got to be prepared for that type of situation, especially when you're punching up on such a scary fight like this. Always a good idea to be packing that invulnerability boost. So we have a little bit over 2 minutes left on the clock, and there's still a quarter of his health to go, plus, you know, the final phase with the death immunity. So things are going very slow here. And the damage is really starting to add up as well. At this point, I'm starting to get a little bit worried. I'm like, dude, come on. We just got to kill this guy already. I'm trying to bait specials. There we go. Bait the special one. Get the fear debuff on me. Healing up. and then throw in my special ones also just to heal up and to, you know, keep our charges very, very high so that we're countering all of his power gain and especially the death immunity stuff the moment that triggers. So I was hoping it would trigger there. It did not trigger. One more special one. I'm like, alright, come on. There we go. So at this point, all I'm looking to do is bait a heavy. So boom, bait the heavy, go for a combo, go for a relic, go for another combo. Dead. Boom, we got him with a little over a minute left on the clock, the minute 20. So, yeah, 3 minutes, 33-second fight against Serpent. Those Serpent fights, man, they can get a little sketchy, especially when he's not throwing any specials, but we got through it, thankfully. So next up here we have a Bastion with some Hazard Shift, Poison, and Shock. And so this was the one and only fight that I'm assigned Medusa for. This war, I think this is the one and only. I think the rest is all Count Neferia. So I've never used Medusa in war before. I did like one practice fight against a Bastion, just like test it out with Medusa. I'm like, okay, this seems totally fine. So I've never really had to fight Bastion before either, you know. He's when I think of Bastion, I certainly don't think of a defender. But yeah, there we go. Get him armor shattered. So now we're good. The fight is essentially over now at this point. We're just going to be doing a ton of damage, and we've turned off the Hazard Shift 2. It completely seems like I'm not getting any shock applied because I believe Bastion counts as a robot here. He was still gaining power though. Might be something in his abilities for that reason. I don't know why. But the reason doesn't really matter. What matters is that Medusa cooked him. That fight felt amazing, dude. Medusa is so good. Like, seriously. Under a minute? She just destroyed that. Medusa's pretty crazy, man. I like her. I like using her. I don't like fighting her. Alright, so we had to take a little bit of intermission in between war fights. Clown was taking, I think it was a Weapon X on this Path 9, the first fight. So he took that with Warlock, I believe. And then I am on Kindred duty here with Count Neferia. So this is Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Bleed, plus One-Eyed Open. You can go for like a little level 2 potion just to top off my health. That was totally not neat. That didn't do anything, realistically speaking here. But yeah, man, Count Neferia is probably the safest champion in the game for fighting Kindred. Like, it's great. He has so much degeneration resistance. I believe it's like 90%. You know, once you get into the Ionic Overdrive, which we're gonna get into very soon here. We're 4 charges away. So one more combo, and then one more special. Ooh, he hit me there. So right here, I have Nightmare Outbreak on me. You know, with 99% chance in game, it's like, oh my god, you just screwed up this whole fight. With Count Neferia, it's like nothing. Just keep fighting. So, like, nothing happened. It doesn't matter at all. Like, dude, Count Neferia, he's just so crazy. He's so crazy. And so, you know, the bleed immunity that we're triggering here, it's fine because, again, Kindred is a mystic, so that's not lowering our charges. So here I'm able to get off a special 2. Those Furies, get that plasma up. There we go. And you can see we're just chilling with a full yellow bar, man. So here we're about to trigger the root. I probably should have been a little bit more careful throwing that special. But again, it doesn't really matter with Count Neferia. So yeah, right here I didn't have quite enough power. But take a blocked hit and then throw the special. Kindred's dead. Finish that fight with full yellow bar. Now do you see why that one little potion was pointless? That one potion didn't do anything. I would have finished the fight with full health with or without that potion. But yeah, Count Neferia is great. And then the final fight of this war is a gladiator. And it was just weird. Because, like, gladiator? I don't think I've ever fought this guy in Alliance War. So there's some more Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Shock. So I decided to just go for an invulnerability boost and, you know, just kind of push Gladiator to 3 bars, you know, if I want to. Because the special one is going to apply an unstoppable buff for him, which is supposed, I believe, why I was assigned the Iron Man Decelerate synergy, but the Decelerates weren't really working here. Every time he threw the special 1 in this fight, he still got the unstoppable. So, yeah. And then with the special 2, I can't dex. It's totally dexable, but I don't have the practice in that. And there's also, you know, a prowess node here. So, like, I don't want him to have, like, a bunch of prowess built up and then throw a special 2 and catch me or something stupid, you know. Right there, I hit him just to see, like, if I couldn't hit him with the unstoppable or not. And, yeah, he was unstoppable. So, yeah, the decelerates have not worked for me yet. But, yeah, so here he's at 2 bars. And I think I'm just going to push him to special 3. Just, why not, you know. I got some invulnerability boosts to spare. Why not? Why not? So here, gonna full combo, just push his power, you know, super far. All these hits right now are technically generating him 0 power, so I want to do as many of those types of hits as I can, giving him no power. Now, we'll take the special 3 to the face, and also, man, like, I forgot, Gladiator special 3 is really cool. So, you know, I was glad. I was like, dude, this is awesome. That's a pretty sick special 3. But we took it like an absolute champ. Full health, invulnerability boost, we're chilling. And now we're going to throw a nice special 2. Get those 15 Fury passives. There we go. Fortunately, we're not getting the crits. So again, here, base special 1, I had 10 decelerates on him. And again, he still got the unstoppable. I hit into him there. He's definitely still unstoppable. It's not like slow, where, you know, you apply the slow, they get the unstoppable, you can hit into them. No, it's not like that here. So, yeah, his decelerates are sucking and doing nothing for me. So here I decide, you know, I was hoping this would just kill. If it crit, oh no, I did crit and it didn't kill. So I'll push him to another special 3. But again, it's fine. We still have 2 more vulnerability hits, and we get to enjoy this nice animation. Might be selling a little bit on fight time, but it's fine. It's fine. And then just 1 special 1. And Gladiator's in the bin, dude. Count Neferia, finishing these fights with full health. Count Negodia. So, and that was it, man. That was my entire War 1. You know, it was pretty chill. Not too many fights. So let's go see the results. And the results... One sec. Boom. These are the results. We ended up winning the first war against ISO8A. We had a total of 19 deaths, and they had a total of 42 deaths for the first war of the season. And let's see, where was I? I was 21st for contribution, which I thought was going to be even lower because I only had like 4 fights. But yeah, that is the first war of the season. Starting off, it's quite a few deaths, but each war after this we have brought that death count down. So, you know, we're improving with each and every war. That's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. The next war, I don't even know when I'm going to upload it, because if I do upload it, strategies are going to be exposed. So, might have to hold on to that one for a little bit. But trust me, once I do, I'm probably going to title it like must-watch war or something. Like, you guys gotta see the next war. It's gonna knock your socks off. Promise. Be on the lookout. I don't know when it's dropping, but when it does, be on the lookout. It's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the brand new fresh war season. Back to the usual format, more than 1 fight. This time we had 4. In the next war, there's definitely more fights. Be looking for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.